Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
I did 2 shows in San Diego.
How was that?
It was flames, man. Just to like really.
Will Smith recently made an attempt to show the world the real Diddy and Jay-Z, but revealing anything might cost him dearly. With his life at stake, will he be able to do it? The mystery is deeper than you imagine. Join us as we unravel the truth about Smith's involvement with them and why they might come for him. The connection between Diddy and Will Smith. Will Smith and Diddy have shared a lasting friendship that dates back to the late 1990s and early 2000s. Their close bond was evident through their frequent appearances at high-profile events, mingling with industry elites. By the time Diddy released his first single in 1996, followed by Will Smith's debut track in 1997, both had become prominent figures in entertainment. Over the years, their careers have intertwined, with both men participating in major projects and attending some of the most talked about events in Hollywood and beyond. In 2004, a particularly memorable moment came when the duo was photographed alongside rapper Jay-Z during an NBA All-Star game. Fast forward to 2008, another snapshot of their friendship emerged when they were seen with Will's son, Jaden Smith, P. Diddy's son, Christian Combs, and actor Tyrese Gibson at the premiere of a Columbia Pictures film. These moments, filled with glitz and celebrity attraction, painted a picture of mutual respect and shared aspirations. However, beneath the surface of their glamorous public lives lies a more complex and controversial narrative. One incident that continues to raise eyebrows stems from a 2004 party hosted by Diddy in Miami. A now infamous photograph from the event shows a woman being used as a living centerpiece, her body adorned with food as Diddy indulges in a chocolate-dipped strawberry. The image, which also includes notable celebrities like Will Smith, Bruce Willis, Diana Ross, and Owen Wilson in the background, sparked outrage for its outright objectification of women. The backlash wasn't just about the physical implications for the women involved, but the deeper moral questions it raised about the culture of exploitation that can thrive in such environments. The presence of top-tier celebrities at this controversial event only amplified the criticism. Will Smith's attendance in particular drew scrutiny. Known for his family-oriented public persona and spiritual beliefs, fans and critics alike began questioning how such an event aligned with his values. These circulating images created a tension, leaving many to wonder about Smith's awareness or complicity in what transpired during these events. Adding to the intrigue was the alleged participation of Will's young son, Jaden, at some of these events. Fans were confused, questioning why Smith would expose his child to such environments. Some speculated that Will's motivations came from a desire to prepare Jaden for the world of entertainment, leveraging Diddy's events as networking opportunities. Diddy's parties, infamous for their excess and exclusivity, also served as hubs where industry professionals could forge connections, strike deals, and discuss collaborations. This theory gained traction as Jaden's career unfolded. While initially introduced to the public as an actor, Jaden's true passion for music, particularly rapping, soon became known. Recognizing the opportunities that Diddy's influence in the hip-hop industry could offer, Will seemingly set aside concerns about his friend's reputation. Diddy's clout and experience made him a valuable mentor for those wanting to venture into music regardless of the controversies surrounding him. However, the relationship between Will Smith and Diddy has not been without its share of speculation. Some have questioned the extent of Will's involvement in the darker aspects of Diddy's activities. Whispers of complicity have followed Smith, though concrete evidence remains elusive. These rumors were further promoted by an incident at an Oscar Awards event that pushed Will Smith into the spotlight. When comedian Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair, Will's reaction shocked the world. Walking on stage, he slapped Rock in a moment of raw emotion that left audiences stunned. The incident became one of the most talked about moments in Oscar history, prompting widespread debate about Will's actions and how the situation would be addressed, but Diddy played a role in damage control. As tensions ran high, Diddy took the stage to present a tribute to the 50th anniversary of the Godfather trilogy. Rather than ignoring the elephant in the room, he chose to confront the incident directly, urging Will and Chris to resolve their issues like family at an after-party. His remarks, coupled with a call for love and unity, shifted the room's energy and slowly eased the tension. For some, Diddy's gesture was seen as an act of genuine support for his longtime friend, while others viewed Diddy's intervention with suspicion. Rumors began circulating that his public backing of Smith might have come with ulterior motives. Was Diddy's support a simple act of friendship, or was he expecting a form of repayment? Let's find out. Will Smith denies having anything to do with Diddy. Will Smith, who recently found himself in the eye of a media storm after his alleged involvement in the secret affairs of Diddy, Allegations that he was involved with Sean P. Diddy Combs' notorious parties, which have long been the subject of speculation and urban legend. These events, often described in hushed tones as freak-offs, have a reputation for being extravagant and indulgent affairs. However, Smith has categorically denied any knowledge or involvement despite the existence of photos and videos that suggest a close bond between the two icons. The claims have set social media ablaze, with many inspecting every photograph and footage to uncover the truth. One widely circulated image shows Smith and Diddy laughing together at what appears to be an exclusive event. Their mutual support for each other was visible. Another video captures the two sharing a private moment at a star-studded party, raising questions about how well Smith could possibly distance himself from Diddy's infamous gatherings. Yet, in a recent interview, Smith remained firm, insisting he had no involvement in or awareness of the parties in question. Smith claimed to have attended industry events like everyone else, but the kind of stuff being described is not his world. His statement was clear-cut, but for some, it only added fuel to the fire. Critics and fans alike have pointed out that Smith's carefully chosen words leave room for interpretation. They argue that he was simply choosing his words wisely to avoid further entanglement. Over the years, both men have been spotted together at numerous events, from red carpet galas to private dinners. In Hollywood's social ecosystem, such connections are hardly unusual, but in this case, the frequency of their interactions have sparked curiosity. Could someone as shrewd and socially aware as Smith really have been oblivious to the nature of Diddy's lifestyle? Adding to the intrigue is the nature of the parties themselves. Known for their secrecy and exclusivity, these events have been the stuff of legend in celebrity circles. Attendees are said to sign non-disclosure agreements, and the guest lists reportedly include a who's who of the entertainment and business worlds. Smith's denial has left many divided. On one side, his fans argue that the actor has spent decades cultivating a reputation as a family man and a consummate professional. Some believe that Smith is a man who built his career on wholesome entertainment and is not the type to get caught up in such a mess. Others, however, are less convinced. The public has emphasized that evidence can't lie, although Smith can say whatever he wants. The so-called evidence has become a focal point. In addition to photos and videos, some have pointed to interviews and public appearances where Smith and Diddy seem particularly familiar. Critics argue that these moments are too numerous to dismiss as mere coincidence. Two notable examples are a live video where Diddy and Smith jokingly addressed each other as baby, and an interview from several years ago where Diddy referred to Smith as his brother from another mother. While the remark was likely meant as lighthearted banter, it has since been reinterpreted as a clue to their alleged closeness. The controversy has also reignited debates about Hollywood's culture of secrecy. Many argue that the entertainment industry operates on a don't ask, don't tell basis, where stars are expected to maintain a facade of respectability while indulging in excesses behind closed doors. In this context, Smith's denial takes on an additional layer of complexity. As the speculation continues, some have called for Smith to provide more clarity. They suggest that he should just address the photos and videos head on if he was truly innocent, and that dodging the topic makes him look guilty. Others, however, argue that Smith owes no one an explanation, stating that the man has a right to his privacy, and just because he's a public figure doesn't mean his every move needs to be scrutinized. Smith's handling of the situation has been notably measured. While he has firmly denied the allegations, he has avoided getting drawn into a back and forth with his critics. Instead, he has continued to focus on his career, promoting his latest projects and maintaining a visible presence on social media. The situation has also had an impact on Smith's public image. For years, he's been one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, known for his charisma, relatability, and impeccable work ethic. This latest controversy, however, has cast a shadow over that image. While many fans remain steadfast in their support, others have begun to question the authenticity of his carefully curated persona. However, other elements seem to point at more deeper reasons for Will's denial. Will Smith's fear. In the court of public opinion, Smith's denial may not be enough to sway everyone. The photos and videos that have surfaced are difficult to ignore, and the narrative surrounding Diddy's parties is too compelling to dismiss outright. His denial fails to prove that he is genuinely uninvolved, rather, he is simply adhering to the unspoken rules of Hollywood's elite. Will Smith's denial of involvement with P. Diddy and his apparent fear could arise from multiple reasons tied to his reputation, personal life, and the implications of public reactions. In an age where public perception is often shaped by headlines and viral social media narratives, Smith might fear the damage that even unfounded accusations could inflict on him. Being one of the most prominent actors in Hollywood, Smith has spent decades cultivating a clean, relatable, and admirable public image. Any association with controversy, especially one involving Another high-profile figure like P. Diddy could jeopardize his standing in the entertainment industry. Another possibility is fear of private information coming to light. In high-profile cases, private dealings or sensitive exchanges can sometimes surface, creating anxiety for anyone indirectly involved. In this case, Diddy could threaten to release exclusive footages of Smith. Even unrelated information could be exploited, and Smith might be wary of being pulled into a complex web of accusations. One particularly significant reason for Smith's denial could be the fear of retaliation, particularly if he possesses sensitive information about Diddy's alleged secrets. High-profile individuals often navigate intricate and sometimes dangerous networks where loyalty and discretion are highly valued. In such environments, exposing someone's secrets can carry significant risks. Smith's fear may not only be about public or legal consequences, but also about potential personal fallout if Diddy were to perceive him as a threat to his privacy or even being a liability. By denying any involvement, Smith could be attempting to diffuse any potential tension and protect himself from repercussions. The entertainment industry is rife with stories of power struggles and hidden scandals, and Diddy has been a controversial figure in some circles. If Will Smith is privy to damaging information about Diddy, the stakes could be particularly high. By denying any connection, Smith could be prioritizing his safety and peace of mind, opting to stay out of a potentially volatile situation. Smith might worry that speaking out or even being indirectly linked to Diddy's issues could trigger aggressive actions, whether through legal threats, stigmatization, or more personal forms of retaliation. Powerful figures often have resources to protect their reputations, and Smith may feel that maintaining his distance is the safest option. Additionally, fear of escalation could play a role in his decision to deny involvement. Even if Smith were to reveal the truth, doing so might entangle him in a prolonged and highly public battle with someone as influential as Diddy. The risk of being dragged into a media frenzy, legal confrontations, or retaliatory actions might outweigh the benefits of speaking out. The social dynamics of the entertainment world also factor into this fear. Allegiances and rivalries can shift quickly, and challenging someone as well connected as Diddy might alienate Smith from powerful allies or networks. The fear of isolation or professional backlash could further dissuade him from addressing or exposing any secrets, leading him to categorically deny involvement. Moreover, the mere perception of possessing sensitive information can be a heavy burden. Smith might feel that denying any involvement is his best chance at diffusing suspicion and deflecting attention away from himself. In doing so, he might hope to shield himself from potential harm and avoid provoking a reaction that could spiral out of control. Even if he had an intention of exposing Diddy, the fear that Diddy or his associates like Jay-Z might act defensively to silence potential threats could weigh heavily on his decision-making. Denial in this context becomes a survival strategy, a way to signal that he has no interest in being part of the narrative and poses no threat. Ultimately, Will Smith's denial may reflect a calculated move to protect himself from retaliation, both in terms of public fallout and potential personal risk. Whether or not he holds any secrets about Diddy, the fear of becoming entangled in a dangerous power struggle could be enough to compel him to distance himself entirely from the situation. The actor has also taken extraordinary measures to ensure his safety. Behind the gates of his vast mansion lies a network of cutting-edge technology, strict protocols, and vigilant guards that leave no detail unchecked. What motivates this extreme security? The answer, while steeped in speculation, appears linked to a pervasive unease, an underlying fear that Diddy or his associates might pose a threat. Security measures. The environment within Smith's home is similar to a high-security compound. Visitors are greeted by imposing gates outfitted with intercom systems, allowing security personnel to vet guests before they even step foot on the property. The protocol is rigid, beginning with an inquisition that sets the tone for what's to come. Security guards don't simply ask who you are, they require details, down to the number of occupants in your car. Even renowned figures like rapper Joyner Lucas, who visited Smith's estate, are subjected to rigorous questioning. ID checks are mandatory, and expired identification, even from a recognized celebrity, is enough to cause delays. Every car is meticulously inspected with a mirror rod to check for explosives, a practice more commonly seen in military bases than private homes. The layers of defense are extensive, involving multiple checkpoints before one can even approach the main house. At each stage, guards execute their duties with precision, ensuring that no unauthorized individual makes it through. By the time a visitor reaches the front door, they've encountered a level of scrutiny most would associate with high-stakes government facilities. Inside the estate, The vigilance continues. Hidden behind an unassuming door lies the nerve center of Smith's surveillance operation, a room filled with monitors displaying live feeds from cameras scattered across the property. These screens are manned by a team of individuals who watch the house around the clock, their eyes scanning for anything amiss. Lucas described this scene as surreal: dim lighting, rows of monitors, and a noticeable sense of tension in the air. It was a clear illustration of the lengths Smith would go to in order to maintain his safety. This elaborate setup may seem excessive to outsiders, but it hints at a profound insecurity beneath Smith's calm public persona. While he has publicly denied any involvement with Diddy or his associates, the rumors persist, and with them a heightened sense of caution. Smith's response to these whispers has been resolute. He has distanced himself from the drama, refusing to engage in public disputes, yet the fortress he's built suggests a man prepared for every possibility. To understand this fear, one must consider the unique pressures of celebrity life. Fame brings adoration, but also scrutiny, envy, and at times malice. For Smith, it becomes even worse. As one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, he's the symbol of success, making him a target for those who wish to challenge or exploit his position. While the rumors about Smith's involvement might never be proven, their existence alone is enough to warrant caution. The architectural design of Smith's home reflects his desire for privacy and protection. Drones are rumored to patrol the skies, providing an aerial perspective of the grounds, while motion sensors line the property, alerting guards to any unusual activity. Helicopter landings, while not impossible, would still face resistance from this multi-layered security network. Even within the house, access is limited. Certain rooms remain locked, their purpose known only to Smith and his closest confidants. Lucas's story about stumbling across, the surveillance room offers a rare glimpse into this hidden world, one where security isn't just a precaution but a way of life. The secrecy surrounding these areas suggests a level of paranoia, a belief that threats could arise from unexpected places. Despite the gravity of these measures, Smith manages to balance security with hospitality. As Lucas shared, Smith was quick to apologize for the stringent protocols, emphasizing his commitment to treating guests with respect once they've passed the necessary checks. But the question remains, why such extreme precautions? The answer lies in the unpredictable nature of modern threats. The story of Smith's security is both fascinating and unsettling. It offers a window into the life of a man who, despite his success, is not immune to fear. His home is a reflection of that reality, a place where comfort and caution coexist. It's an experience unlike any other, a journey through layers of defense that culminates in a moment of connection with one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Will's fortress is a symbol of the complex intersection of fame, fear, and fortitude. His security measures might seem extreme, but they're a proof of the lengths he's willing to go to protect what matters most. While the rumors about Diddy may never fade entirely, Smith's actions speak louder than words. He's built a sanctuary where he can control the narrative, ensuring that no matter what the world throws his way, he remains untouchable. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.